Hello everyone, Professor GonGoon here. Recently I've been getting a lot of questions on stream asking how to improve decision making. I made a video on it a few years ago, but I figured a new one wouldn't hurt. When you're making a decision, and this applies to life in general, not just League, you need to weigh the pros and the cons of each decision. And that's exactly what we'll do today. In this clip, our Jax is invading the enemy jungle. He's much stronger than Akali, and not much stronger than Rek'Sai, so we'll win any 2v2 or 3v3 on the top side of the map. However, my Crows and red buff are spawning soon, which forces me to make a decision. Should I farm my jungle, or should I walk towards Jax in case he needs help? Let's list the pros for each decision. By farming my jungle, I get guaranteed gold and experience, and since I outscale Rek'Sai, trading farm is beneficial for me. I can take curls while my red buff spawns, and after I get red, I'll be level 11 with the buff, which is the perfect time to force a play. It also maximizes my jungle clear to get as much farm as possible. There's also the possibility that they don't fight Jax, which means I'll be walking towards him for no reason. However, if I do walk towards Jax, yes, I do lose out on farm, but if he's collapsed on, I'll be there to join the fight. As I said earlier, I'm already ahead of Rek'Sai, and we'll win any fight we take on the top side of the map. So even if I sacrifice a few jungle camps, I'll still be ahead and outscale her. Also, if we win a fight here, we can potentially take mid or top turret and Rift Herald after that. And in that position, it'd be very difficult for us to lose the game. So which decision was better? I think invading with the Jax was 100 times better, but I got too greedy for the jungle camps. Also, like I said earlier, there's a chance that they don't fight Jax because he's 5-1. And in that case, me invading with him is a waste of time because Rek'Sai has no jungle camps for me to take. But just imagine if I joined the fight a second or two earlier. I could have saved the victor and turned the fight around. Now we'll look at another example, but this time from Jax's perspective. There's a fight happening in their top side jungle, and right now Jax is the strongest person on our team. He's 5-1 with Triforce, so if he joins the fight, there's almost a 100% chance that we win it. But instead of joining the fight, he stays on the top tier 2 turret. Yeah, if he stays on the turret, he'll get it 100%. But what if we end up losing the fight as a result? Is it worth it for him to guarantee the turret instead of joining the fight? I'm of the opinion that if he had come to the fight, we would have killed most of their team, and then we could have taken top tier 2 turret as well. Luckily, we're really far ahead as a team right now, so even though it was a 4v5, we ended up trading 1 for 1 while still getting a turret. It's a good trade for us, but I think if he joined the fight, it could have gone even better. You also have to weigh the risk versus the reward. In theory, low risk high reward plays are always the most optimal. So we'll take a look at a few clips and discuss the risk versus the reward and whether the play was worth it or not. Here I'm playing GP versus Riven, a matchup I'm not experienced in, so I'm letting her shove me in level 1 while I just get the last hits with Q. Right here I go in to get a minion and Riven walks up and forces a trade on me. So now we ask ourselves, was that one minion worth the damage we took? I'm still of the opinion that it was, because we have a lot of sustain from W and potions. Not to mention with the form, you outscale most champions as Gangplank. Rather, instead of auto-attacking the minion, I think I should have auto-attacked Riven. My passive combined with my auto-attack itself probably does in total somewhere around 100 damage, and had I done that, I would have won the trade pretty hard. This is also why you should watch your own replays so you can pick up on things like this. Later on in that laning phase, we have a pretty close all-in that puts both of us at about 200 HP. I could go back here, but I really don't like recalling as Gangplank until I'm level 6. Your ultimate puts so much pressure on the map, and you can win bot lane just by ulting when they fight. So instead of recalling, I choose to stay. It's a bit risky because she'll hit level 6 soon, and she still has flash advantage. But I know I can spam W's to stay safe. I snipe the cannon with my barrels to hit level 6, and ult bot as soon as they 2v2. We managed to kill the Draven, but had I placed my ultimate a little better, we would have gotten Sona as well. So I think in this case, while the risk wasn't too high because of my W sustain, it was still a risky decision that ended up paying off. Here, Mordekaiser and Shaco are trying to sneak the Rift Herald. First off, that's a very risky play, but the Rift Herald buff on Mordekaiser or Shaco is super strong and can potentially win them fights and snowball them. So it's definitely a high risk, high reward play, and I don't blame them for going for it because they're both behind. However, it's a pretty obvious play and Victor walks there to collect his free double kill. Now I'm impressed with the decision. I can steal his red and probably another camp, or I can go top and get a free kill. I choose to go top because getting a kill is always better than getting a red buff. We kill Yasuo, and I get the wave low so Vlad can clear it and recall, or invade the Shaco with me. He does recall, which is fine, but Victor also recalls at the same time. This means the low risk invade is now a very high risk, and the only reward is his red buff. Shaco is a jungler that relies on snowballing, and I'm already really far ahead of him, and I put much more pressure on them out. It's not worth throwing that away and giving him a Mordekaiser a free kill for just a red buff. I delay him from getting the red, which delays his ganks, and that alone is good enough for me. And for the last clip, the enemy bot lane is setting up to dive our Vayne. It's super obvious, so instead of going top or mid, I decided to go bottom and hopefully counter gank or clean up after this dive. And here, Thresh has to ask himself, is roaming mid worth it when their bot lane can easily tower dive our Vayne? I make it down here and I'm able to pick up a double kill, but at the same time, what if they didn't go for the dive? What if I walked down here and nothing happened? I would have missed the farm from top lane, while also not getting anything from the roam, which would have set me pretty far behind. Anytime when you roam, you take a risk. But luckily, I do pick up a double kill and we also get the Inferno Dragon. Was losing top turret in 2 or so ways of CS worth it? Of course it was. So to wrap it all up, to help you make better decisions, you need to start weighing the risk versus the reward of your decisions. If it's low risk, high reward, chances are it's a good decision. And if it's high risk, low reward, you probably shouldn't go for the play. So here's a little practice for you. What if I told you you could become a much better League of Legends player at no risk? And all you have to do is click the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more, feel free to like the video. And if you have any topics you'd like to see me make a video on, post them in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Professor GonGoon signing out. Peace.